Hello again, everybody. Well, today, we're down past Ringgold, Georgia. We're checking out a place that was the second to last capital of the Cherokee Nation. The last being red clay. If you want to see red clay, I did a video of it in the past. Today, we're in New Echota. And we're going to check out this little historic site. There's supposed to be several buildings here. There's going to be some interesting stuff to see. So come on, guys. Let's have some fun and see what we can see today. So New Echota became the capital in 1825. And there's a golf course across the way, which is their farms. Here's what the farms would have looked like.
I remember that.
Story of the Cherokee. Now, I'm not going to focus on this so much. If you really want to read all of this, you've got to come down here and check this place out. And yes, you do have to pay, but it is worth it. This is a very well done museum, and it just tells you about the whole deal. And very well done. Oh, look, here is even a little showing how this farming area would have been. The homes were basic and hand-hewn, and they have their alphabet. Now here's the interesting stuff.
Today, thousands of Cherokees still speak the Cherokee language. Cherokee schools in both Oklahoma and North Carolina teach Cherokee to help maintain and preserve the language.
And this talks about the Cherokee Phoenix. That was that newspaper. And then state officials used 2 lottery wheels to distribute the Cherokee land in Georgia. That's after the whole Trail of Tears. Interestingly enough, even I don't know if you can see it that good, even the Cherokee language is on the bathroom doors. And this is a walking tour of the property, and there are multiple buildings here, so we shall check it out here in a minute. Well, apparently I was wrong. While red clay may have been the last unofficial capital, New Echota is supposed to be the last official capital. I guess it's in who you talk to, but we're going to check out all these wonderful buildings, and it's going to be amazing. Apologies for the shadows, but we're basically coming out right here. Now, we're going to wander through the middle-class Cherokee farmstead and wander through all this other stuff, and it's a lot bigger than I was thinking. But you definitely have to come down here and check the place out. So this is a typical farmstead, so you've got a nice little amount of corn and whatnot. Over here, you've got sheds for the animals, and you've got sheds for hay and food. It looks like the main house is over there on the corner. Now, if people have seen my red clay video, this area looks very similar, so this is definitely the way to go. Although, does anybody know, did they ever put a floor in these, or were they just like this? If anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. I have a feeling that's where they show people how they carve out the wood. We're gonna go look over here. I'm guessing this was a woodworking area because they've got
I think this was a blacksmith.
It may be, but they've got a big wood piece showing people how they use the hand tools. Nope, it's a corn crib.
This is a weird looking.
A corn crib, and this one has a floor, and that would make sense because you got to hold the corn and try to keep it away from the critters. And they would probably mud daub it up too, just to keep it going. Well, it's got stones in the floor, so yep, I was right. This is a smokehouse. So they'd get the smoke going on a fire on the floor and hang stuff up and let it smoke and cure. You gotta remember, pre-refrigerator days, had to fix a way to keep your food good. They are definitely rocking with this building. Look at this beautiful old building. Now the doors may be locked, but let's take a peek in here and see what we can see, shall we? Yep. It's a Cherokee dwelling house. Apologies for having to use the night shot, but they've got all the doors closed, so this looks very similar to the house over at Red Clay. Look at how beautiful this is. Although this one has a ladder going up, not stairs. Very interesting. Okay, dumb question. Does anybody know what this piece of wood, it's got a rounded out part on that end, and it's got another little piece of wood going through it. Does anybody know what that is? Please leave a comment in the comment section, please. Okay, so I noticed as I'm looking around in here, and then out of the darkness, I see that. Now, I'm using the night shot now, but that gave me a little bit of a start. So the town of New Echota had ceased to exist. All the buildings had been destroyed, and the trees, most of them have been cut down. This is a small part, and sorry for the reflections, but you got the John Walker Candy House, the John F. Wheeler House, the John A. Bell House, and Daniel McCoy's store. But oh wow. Well, that was definitely man-made planted. We are going to head over that way. So Town Street, series of streets and 100 1-acre lots, and we're standing alongside one of the streets. Very interesting. And that is a beautiful old house. New Echota's first council meeting happened in October 1819. This is what the council house would look like. Now, they don't know exactly where it was, but it probably was in the center of town. And I'm guessing that this may be a new house to replace the old council house, but we're going to take a look. Echota, the seat of Cherokee government from 1819 to 1830. on Ross. And as you can see, it is located near the geographical center of the nation. Look at this beautiful house. Let's go inside and take a look. Oh, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see that, but that is some old school glass. Everybody would sit and talk in council. You've got Lori, Ross, and Ridge. This is a beautiful, beautiful old place. Top button council house, bottom button courthouse. I'm not gonna press those. Now, old glass is one of my favorite things because this was the old handmade stuff. Look at that. Upstairs looks like it's a completely separate meeting hall. Same layout, but upstairs. Looks like a nice tongue and groove ceiling. And more of this wonderful, wonderful glass. It may be hot out here, but this is an absolutely gorgeous place. Unbelievable. The Supreme Courthouse. We'll get in there and see this beautiful old building too. Now you may have seen this in the older videos, but to save on battery life,
New Echota was founded in 1819.
you have to crank it and press the button.
Capital.
Now,
New Echota,
I had Alex helping me because it takes two hands.
Known as the place where the
And if you
nation
stop,
respected the new fire. 1835 cents.
it doesn't go very far. But it's good because it gives you a nice narrative. Look at that. Sorry about that, folks. I just ran into a bench. So it's laid out the same way, just slightly different. Now I love these. I love these old things. I wonder, I guess the chieftains or whatever would have been up behind and everybody else would have been down here. Huh. More chairs. So maybe people just waiting? So this appears to be a survey line, part of that straight series of lines, and I think that this is a more common farm, not the well-to-do like the other family. And there's another one of those things to play with, but we will go over here and take a look. So this is the Rogers house site. He had a Cherokee wife. He was listed as poor. So this would have been his own little personal space. Now, the Worcester house, please let me know how it's actually pronounced if people know, is over that way. So I think we're going to go over that way and take a look, just in case people wanted to see what a more common house looks like. It's much smaller. You've got one bed down here, and then there is a loft up there. So one of the more interesting things is there's a lot of trails in here too. This is called the Newtown Creek Trail. Now, I'm not going to walk the trails. I'm just focusing more on the buildings. Like this homestead that's up here. The Worcester house, I believe, is how it's correctly pronounced. So this is the only building to have survived at New Echota. 1828, Reverend Samuel A. Worcester. Absolutely amazing. And Samuel Worcester served as a missionary to the Cherokees for 34 years. So I'm betting that this door over here leads to a root cellar. So there was a central fireplace. This looks like the kitchen area. Sorry I can't give you guys a clear shot. The bars are too close together. So here is a dining room area. Again, there's that central fireplace that was able to heat the whole place up. Looks like we've got a doll maybe. Wash basin. And the bed's right over there. And there's another one of those things. Maybe it was for knitting. I just don't know. You can see the stairs back that way. There's different rooms I just can't see. Then the central fireplace again. So the inside stairway was added after Worcester left New Echota. Notice the ropes. The ropes you could tighten up and make the mattress softer or firmer. You've got this beautiful old loom back in there. Look at that. And over to the side here, got a really interesting desk. Well, well. Look what I found here. It's locked, otherwise I'd see how deep it goes. I imagine that this is another, yep, it's another smaller smokehouse. We're gonna go over here and take a look at this sign, and yes, there are more trails going that way. This is talking about Fort Wool, a military fort that was used during the Cherokee removal. So 250 yards south of here. The beginning of bad times. So this is the Tarvin house site. I guess it would have been in here unless that's it, but I think that's the tavern. I don't know what that says. Looks like it was divided. Van store, about 1200 something. I don't know what was written on the side of this, but there was something written in the past. If anybody knows, please leave a comment below as to what this might have said in the past. I know it says Van store. Erected about 1800.
About 1800. Structure. Something structure.
Something 1959.
Historic commission.
Historical commission. Let's go take a look inside. Well, This is interesting. The door's kind of crooked a little bit, but let's go over here and take a look. Oh, this is definitely, look at this. That is amazing. You probably could walk around the back of that. You've got a corn grinder. This was definitely a store. Room and board was 25 cents. Clean sheets 10 cents. Whiskey was $1.60 a gallon. And here is the print shop. Now something tells me that it's going to be locked, but we may be able to. Well, I tell you what, there's this beautiful old glass. Can't see through in here, but I see a way to look in from the other side. So the Cherokee Phoenix. Elias Boudinot? Does somebody know how to pronounce his name? Now, I do know one thing. I think his homestead is over there. But we're going to check that out first. But first things first, we're going to look here in the printing office. Now, this is a reconstruction of the original printing office. The first Indian language newspaper. Wow. One thing that you guys cannot experience unless you come here, I can smell ink. I can smell ink rather strongly. That is pretty amazing. Now, this printing press is a press similar to the one that they would have used. Obviously, it's not super there, but wow. Look at this place. So evidently this is Town Square. I don't know the significance of saving this little batch of trees, but look at how some of these trees are just amazing, and they've been here for a while. I wonder if somebody tried to move this, because you can see the foundations and another well. That one, holy smokes. Oh, that goes down about 30 feet or so. You really can't see past those bushes. But this was his homestead. It was constructed in 1827, so you can see how everything would have lined up. And that's how the house would have looked at. And it looks like they're saying that the house was probably destroyed by fire sometime in the mid-1800s. They uncovered several hundred pieces of lead printing type too. So, and the Treaty of New Echota was signed here on December 29th, 1835. So it was signed. The events, the signatures led to the series of events that led to the Trail of Tears, and it was signed right in this location.